Hi guys, so this is going to be my 16 and 17 week pregnancy update kind of rolled into one. I was going to do just the 16-week one last week, but because like not too much is changing during the weeks, I thought I'd just combine the two until like anything like drastic kind of happens. So I've had another midwife appointment, which is probably the most exciting thing to tell you about. They don't listen to the heartbeat anymore at these 16-week midwife appointments, so that was a bit disappointing, but they didn't last time with the Zaria either, and I remember like being quite annoyed and kicking off in one of my updates. If you've watched for a year, you'll have seen that I was a bit I don't know, like a bit miffed off that they didn't do the heartbeat, but apparently they just don't do that anymore, so they didn't do that for this one either. They had my blood test back and everything's fine, except I've got some low iron, which is just a given. Everybody knows that I have low iron regardless. So I brought up a couple of the problems. You know what I mentioned last time about how I had I keep getting that ear thing, and about my tummy, about how can pregnancy kind of what's the word, make you more sensitive to any intolerances you already have. And basically, what am I doing? Just chilling. Basically the midwife said that yes, my hair is really winding me up. I don't know what to do, but I should have straightened it. Put it back. Right, ignore the hair. Right, what am I doing again? So basically the midwife said to book an appointment with the doctor because she thinks it might be an ear infection. But I've had ear infections in the past and they're really painful, and they literally like go from like 0 to 100 within the day. Like, you know if you've got an ear infection. So I'm not convinced it's an ear infection, but still she recommends seeing the doctor about it. And she also told me that maybe to try cutting out gluten, see like for like a week or 2 weeks, see if that helps, and then if that doesn't help, then try cutting out something else like dairy for another couple of weeks. And then she said also if it's that bad, which it is, then to go to the doctor and they can do some allergy tests. The thing is, obviously with all the children, my husband works full-time. What was I saying? I had to just turn the camera off for a second. Oh yeah, so like, yeah, I mean, to make a doctor's appointment for my ear and then make a doctor's appointment for the allergy testing. And yeah, I get it, and I should, and I definitely know I should, so there's no excuses and people being like, oh, why you should see the doctor. It's just finding the time, and like, my husband works full-time, so I need him to be around to watch the kids so I can go to the doctor. And with him working shifts, and obviously you ring the doctors on the day, and then if they give you a time and you can't go, then they'll be like, oh, well, obviously it's an urgent then. Do you know what I mean? And it's just finding the time to go. And I mean, I really should, because the stomach thing especially is causing me, it's making me kind of like scared to eat, because I just don't know what's causing it. And like I said, it's getting very frequent, to the point where it's like everything is really sensitive on my stomach, and like, I'm not just saying like I get like a funny tummy, like it's not that, it's the pain. You get like pain for about an hour, even longer, and it comes and goes, and it's like labour pains, and it literally feels like you're dying. You'll only know if you've had it. Like, you'll only know, like, the pain is the only thing I can describe it to. Oh, the fly. The only thing I can describe it to that comes close to the stomach pain is full blown labour, like the baby's coming, that pain, with no medication. And I would know. And it makes you literally, you feel like you're dying. Like, I'm not exaggerating, you feel like you're dying. The only reason I know that I'm not dying is because I've had it so many times before and I haven't died. But it makes you drip sweat all over your back, all over your face, because the pain is so excruciating. You feel like you're gonna pass out. I have to literally have the cold tap on and hang my arm in the cold tap. That's the only thing that kind of like comforts me. I don't know if anyone else does that, but even when I feel sick and I've got like a sickness bug, I have to put my hand in the cold running faucet, what do you call it, the sink, and just kind of like cool down. It's the only way that can bring me some relief. But the thing is, it's like I just don't know what's causing it, and it's never been this bad I've had it bad, and when I get it, it's always bad, but I've never been this frequent. And like, obviously Luke can't help me. Like, what can he do? Like, when I'm in pain, I'm just in pain. And it mainly happens either like in the evenings, or it wakes me up early hours of the morning in agony. And it makes me like really scared, like what to eat and what not to eat. So I'm like really like hardly eating, maybe like having 1 meal a day. And then I don't know if like I'm not having enough of that certain product that it irritates my tummy, so I can't figure out what the relation is. And I've said that to the midwife, says I can't figure out what the common ground is each time I get it. Anyway, enough tummy problems. So basically they said to see the doctor, so I need to do that, but I haven't. Basically is the moral of the story. I haven't found the time to go to the doctor yet. Right, what else? So anyway, they've advised me to try maybe cutting out gluten, which I haven't done yet. We need to do like a full gluten-free shop once I guess all the produce in the house is gone. I need to see the doctor about my ear, but again, I don't think it's an ear infection. What else? I've just been feeling really kind of run down, tired. Last night was the first time that I have, which doesn't seem like a big deal, but dried my hair, because my hair is naturally wavy, curly, and if I don't dry it, I like put it up in either a bun or, well, mainly just a bun or a bubble or whatever, and just let it air dry, and then I have to just wear it up for like 2-3 days till I wash it again. But last night I was like, no, I want to dry my hair, I want to blow dry it down and straight. And I haven't straightened it, but I actually feel so much better, you know, just for having my hair down. I know it looks a bit of a mess, but just little things like that just make me feel so much better, because I just haven't got the energy to do it normally. I still don't like it, you know. I had it cut and it's so thin, but even just doing this, normally like I just don't have the energy to dry it. I wash it and then I put it up to dry, and it is what it is. I just like feeling so lethargic, and like I'm just doing the things I have to do. For example, look after the kids, cook, tidy up a bit, but like I'm not doing anything extreme for like massive house cleans, which I probably should do really, to be fair. But like I'm not doing anything that I don't have to do because of how tired I feel. Like I could literally just not even sleep, but just lie down, and oh, I just feel shit. No, I can't really sugarcoat it at this point. Like, I don't feel ill like I did with Snow and Azaria, so I think that's because it's a boy. I just feel tired, groggy, run down. Everything that goes around I seem to kind of like not catch, because I'm not ill, but like if someone comes near me and they've got a slippery nose, the next day I'm like, and if someone has a cough I'm like, and you know what I mean, like I'm just kind of like, just get all the things and just run down. But not like nauseous. I mean, I do feel sticky, like just ugh, but I don't feel like with Snow and Azzy like I was nauseous next level. I felt horrendous. My hip isn't any worse than it was in my last update. It keeps having them twinges, and I can definitely feel that it's loosening and the SPD is kicking in, but it's nothing that's causing me massive grief at the minute. Like there might be days where by the end of the day it's like I walk up the stairs and I'm like, oh, I can feel it, but it's nothing that's like crippling or anything at the minute. I'm sure there's more stuff. Just the same tiredness, not feeling great, too tired to do anything, just want to lie down, but nothing extremely bad. Like, don't get me wrong, nothing like my other 2 pregnancies. Like, I am fine, I can manage. This is just me being completely honest with you that yeah, I do feel a bit shit, but like it wouldn't be like a case of me like ringing the doctor like, oh, I feel shit, I need help. Like with the girls, I literally was at every appointment I was like, I need help, I don't know what to do. But like, what can they do? Like, they can't actually do anything. But like, this pregnancy is nowhere near the other 2, so that's good. But just pregnancy in general is just like really hard. Am I being shouted? Someone shout, Mom. Someone shout mum. It'll be Keaton and Bo. They're the older two. Yeah, so I know it might seem like I'm complaining, but I just want to be like completely honest with how I feel. But the good things are that it's like literally nowhere near as bad as those other girls. I know there's still time, but like I'm basically almost 18 weeks pregnant now. I'll be 18 weeks pregnant in like 2 days. So the fact that I'm still feeling rather okay, as okay as you can be in pregnancy, like there is so many people who will have it so much worse than me, including myself in the other pregnancies, so I know how bad pregnancy can get, and this pregnancy is absolutely a walk in the park compared to the girl pregnancies that I had. We are 2 weeks away from finding out the gender officially at the 20-week scan, so I'll be able to like either confirm that it definitely is a boy or let you know if it's not, but I'll be very surprised if it's a girl given how different pregnancies have been. I still haven't felt the baby kick. I keep having like little like in my tummy and then thinking like, oh, is that the baby? And then I'll like stop to think and then it just won't happen again at that moment. So then I'll be like, Whereas with the others it's been like a definite, oh, felt the baby, and then you stop and you're like, oh, I felt it again, and you know. So I'm wondering if maybe I've got another interior placenta, because like I said, I'm nearly 18 weeks. So like, in all my pregnancies, except the one where I had an interior placenta, which was Azaria, I felt the baby before 18 weeks, like well before, weeks before. So the fact that I've not felt the baby again is making me question, have I, haven't I? I am slightly bigger than I was with all my other pregnancies. Obviously, Kean, Bo and Snow, I was a size 6, so very slim. So I probably maybe felt them because I was a bit slimmer. And then obviously I had Azaria and then this pregnancy back to back. So I am literally like bigger than I would have been had I got down to pre-pregnancy weight, because I never got down to pre-pregnancy weight, does that make sense? So I'm bigger, so maybe it's because I'm a little bit chunkier, a little bit. Like I don't want to say I'm massive, because like, that would just be a lie, I'm not. But I personally am bigger than I was with those first 3. So maybe it's stomach fat got to do with it, I don't know, like, I don't know. But yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if it's another interior placenta, given the fact that, like I said, 18 weeks still haven't felt the baby kick. What else? So yeah, so my next scan is on the 9th of September. That will be the 20-week scan, and we will be finding out the gender for real, for definite even. So there's that to look forward to. My next midwife appointment isn't for ages now. They put me on consultant care, which is, I've been on consultant care every time anyway. So I was a little shocked when they didn't with this one. See, I've got a cough. I even talk about getting a cough and I get a cough. To be fair, I have got a bit of a cough. It's not, well, I hope it's not coronavirus, but I'm pretty sure it's not. I think I've just got a bit of a snivel. So yes, for my first midwife appointment, they didn't put me on consultant care, which I thought was a little odd, given the fact that I've been on it every time and all my issues, problems. Not really, like preterm babies, small weight babies, very fast labours, and the fact that this is my 5th baby and 3rd back to back. So there's all these different contenders of why they put you on consultant care. And I went back to the midwife, who is my proper midwife. She's the one who's going to see me every time. And she said, I don't know why they didn't put you on consultant care. You need to be on consultant care to monitor you better. So she put me back on consultant care. So when I next go to the hospital, it will be a scan and a consultant. Same stuff as before, bleeding gums when I brush my teeth. Get lightheaded, having to take iron, and what else? Acne spots have stopped, touch wood. They seem to have calmed down, but again, I think that's because it's a boy pregnancy, and girl pregnancies, they make you have raging hormones. I mean, I don't know, everyone's different, but with the girlies, it made me have breakouts, whereas this little boy is like, Cravings, let's just randomly add that onto the end. So, I haven't spoken about Cravings yet, I don't think. So, this is going to be a bit weird, like, I don't know if you're interested in my diet. So, have been / wait, let me start again. What did I even just say? I, in the past, have been vegan. Then I decided not to call myself a vegan because it's very strict. It's like, it is what it is. And I agree fully, 100% agree with the vegan lifestyle. Like, anybody says they're vegan, it's like, good, great, fantastic. 100% agree. There's no argument against veganism, and that's just that. There isn't. However, I after about, I'd say, a year, changed it to say I eat mainly plant-based, because the word vegan is like everything. It's like fashion, beauty, food, lifestyle, like, and it's, I agree with it 100%. There's nothing to argue. It is what it is. Like, and if you want to argue veganism, then educate yourselves. But like, I have no argument against it. And in an ideal world, and I had all the money in the world, I would buy the finest vegan cuisine and the amazing vegan skincare and this, and most things are cruelty-free and vegan these days. Like, everybody's getting on, which is amazing, fantastic. However, there are times when you're out and about, and when I was vegan, it was very restricting, especially where I live. If I lived in London or LA, or, you know, places where they've got surplus amounts of amazing vegan food, there'd be no question of a doubt. Like, I would choose that option every time. And if I go to a restaurant where they have a vegan menu and it looks amazing, I will always pick something off there. And if they don't, 9 times out of 10 I'll choose a vegetarian option. Anyway, so it's that's me. Anyway, I'm trying to give you like a little bit of a backstory. So I mainly eat plant-based, and when we go to the shops, we buy vegan meats, vegan dairy alternatives, we have vegan milk. We don't have any cow's milk in this house anyway. Like, we have cheese, but we also have Violab cheese, which is the vegan alternative. But if we nip to a shop and we need cheese, we'll just grab cheddar if we need to. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying I'm a vegan at all. So I will get vegan chicken, vegan mince, vegan burgers, vegan sausages, because when I was a strict vegan, I tried so many different brands that I know what tastes good and what doesn't. So there are disgusting vegan meats, don't get me wrong. So if you try one of them and it's disgusting, you'll know why. I've got a point to the story, by the way. It will lead to my pregnancy. So I know what's amazing and what's not. So even I know the best. Like, I do my friend who loves meat, like a steak pie dinner, like a Sunday dinner with a steak pie, and she was like, that's amazing. And she literally would tell me if it's shit. And like, literally, like, I will have some vegan meat and I'll be like, oh, that's so bad. Like, I went to a restaurant, it was Annie's Burger Shack, no hate for it, but I had a vegan burger and it was the vilest thing I've had in my mouth ever. And I make vegan burgers at home and they are delicious. So it all goes to show on what produce you get. Little backstory, that was that. So the girls and the boys all have plant-based milk, the boys have almond milk, and the girlies have soya. There's literally no dairy in this house. Oh, that's a lie, because I've just said we have cheese sometimes. But yeah, so that's the one thing that I do not compromise on, is cow's milk. Don't ask me why, I find it disgusting. But now this is where I'm going to get into the pregnancy. I will always choose the vegan or vegetarian option, anywhere, anytime, supermarket, at home, restaurant, pub, cafe, anything. That's me, because I like that. And this pregnancy, this baby, has made me hate it. This baby wants meat. And the one thing, luckily, thank God, touch wood, that it doesn't want is steak, because steak is disgusting. I hate steak. Sorry if you love steak. I don't. I literally just don't like the taste. So regardless of being a vegan, I just don't like the taste. But this baby is like, give me chicken. And it's like, give me the meat. It wants it. It literally wants it. And I tried to have like vegan alternative, and it's just like it just doesn't, which is so weird because I love the I know in my normal brain that I like it, but this baby doesn't like it and I don't like it. So I have been craving meat in this pregnancy, and I know it's a craving because it's I've managed perfectly fine with it. Like, the vegan alternatives normally satisfy me. They are like more than satisfying. I actually find them really tasty, and that is what I'd normally choose because I prefer the taste. I like the fact that you won't bite it and you won't get any gristle, you won't get any fat. Like, that's what I like. I choose that. If I go for a full English breakfast, I would choose the vegan sausages and I don't know, whatever. But like, because when you bite into a sausage you get gristle and stuff, I will always choose that. But this baby's just like give me the meat, give me the meat. So I'm having to like have chicken, and I don't even know, I can't think of any of the meat, but like this baby's like all about the meat. All about the meat. So yeah, that was a little bit of, that was very long-winded, but basically this baby's craving meat, and if you know me, and now you know my backstory, you'll be like, oh my god, that is a craving, because there's not a chance that I would just fancy meat. It's the baby wants meat. And I'm finally able to have Fizzy Pop again. Not all of them, there's some ones that like, nah, but Coke, which isn't good, which is actually really bad. So it's not like I'm promoting drinking unhealthily, this is just being real. And I do love Coke. I love it, that's my favourite drink, and there's nothing that I can drink that will satisfy me as much as a classic full fat Coke. And now finally I'm able to drink it again, and it makes me feel better when I feel nauseous, when I'm feeling tired or run down, and you just want something, some comfort. Coke is that to me. Coke is my comfort food. And yeah, and nothing new with being thirsty. Like, I'm extremely thirsty. I'm like the thirstiest person in the world. I have to have a drink with me. If I leave the house I have to have a drink. If I go upstairs I have to have a drink. If I go in the living room I have to have a drink. I have to have a drink at arm's reach at all times. I don't know, I have a problem. So I don't know, nothing's really changed with that except the fact that I'm reaching more for flat drinks. So like, I don't like water, so I'm having to get, I'm going through like massive things. What are they, like 1.5 litres of Oasis a day, like chugging them, and then I'll have in my Coke as like my comfort food, comfort drink, rather than naked Coke, because I know that's not good for me. But I would. But the only other thing that I find nice and satisfying is like Oasis. I've completely gone off sports drinks, you know, like Lucozade, sports drink, Parade, whatever they are, and I can't drink squash either. Squash is just, I've never liked squash. I don't know if it's like a mental thing because the children drink it, so I don't have it because it's not like adult, but either way I don't like the taste of squash. And yeah, I still have to want the thing that I want, or it makes me feel sicky. So at the minute I've gone on to Oasis and gone off the orange juice because the pure juice is giving me a tummy ache, you know what I mean, because I was drinking like 2 litres a day. And yeah, so I can drink my Coke again, trying to like limit it to at least just maybe 1 glass a day. I don't have any in at the minute, which is very sad. I finished it yesterday. Maybe Luke will bring me some back from work. And the other thing as well, which I'm trying to do for my health, because if I'm just left to my own device, I will literally just eat nothing. I'll just drink all day. And I will maybe, if I got really hungry, maybe grab, I don't even know, a piece of toast. Like something, like, I'm one of the people that don't eat unless it's something I really fancy. So I have to have a craving or I won't eat. But what we recently started was, I'm sorry for how long this video is. This is like over 20 minutes already. I don't even know what I'm going to edit it down to, but yeah. So we've recently started getting Hellofresh boxes. I keep mentioning it on my Instagram and my other stories. But yeah, so we've recently started getting Hellofresh. And the fact that it comes delivered to my house with all the ingredients like laid out, like it's like, I mean, you have to chop stuff and cook stuff and put it all together, but like it's all pre-portioned, you get a recipe. So it's like, well, I have the stuff in to make, so it's making me make it. So every day, we're getting it weekly, just for me and Luke, just for 2 people, because it isn't something that the kids would eat. So I'm still having to make their food, which is nothing to do with anything, rambling. But yeah, because I'm getting the Hellofresh, I'm choosing recipes which are more, I don't know if they're healthy, but they've got like veg in and they look healthy, like they've got veg and I don't know, potatoes and protein and whatever. So because I'm choosing them recipes and they're getting delivered weekly, this is our 3rd week of them, and every single day it's making me get up, cook the dinner. I'll either do it, depending on Luke's shift, I'll either do it when he gets home from work or before he goes to work if it's on nights, and it's making me eat a proper meal every day. And then obviously Saturday we have takeaway, because Saturday's just takeaway day, isn't it? But so it's making me eat better, the fact that I'm getting that. So if you're like me and you won't cook or don't cook because you don't have it, the only people I'll cook for is the kids, or if Luke wants food. Like I wouldn't get up myself, like if Luke was on nights for example and I haven't got to make him any dinner in the day, like lunch or whatever, I won't get up to make myself something. I'll make the kids food, but I'll just snack or have drink. So the fact that I'm getting these Hellofresh boxes for me and Luke has made me eat. Is that all I can say? Yeah, so they're good. So if you're like me and don't really like to, or don't have the motivation to make stuff just for you, or you don't eat very well, or I don't even know. But yeah, so what motivated me to do that, actually, let me just backtrack, is we've got a Fitbit scales. I know, sounds ridiculous. Luke's very into his gadgets. So anyway, he's got a Fitbit scales and they link to his Fitbit watch and to the Fitbit apps that we have on our phones. So when you stand on it, it recognises your weight, similar to like when you programmed it, so it knows who you are, and basically I'm like a little Apple figure. So when you stand on the scale, it just tells you your weight, then it like does this like tracking thing, recognises who you are, and then that information instantly beeps to your phone so you can track. So I did that after having Azzy. Like I'm not really one to track my weight, I prefer looking in the mirror and if I like it or don't. Like the scales I don't really agree with, because it started when I used to like weight train. Like I didn't weight train, but I lifted weights at the gym for exercise rather than did cardio. So I stopped going on the scales then, because I know that muscle is heavier than fat. So as long as I was looking how I wanted to look and getting slimmer, I didn't want to weigh myself, because my weight could have stayed the same but I was getting better, but looking at that number would have driven me mad. But after Azzy, I did start to look at the scales, because I was trying to get rid of the baby weight, and I wasn't weightlifting, I was just trying to get rid of the weight. So I was doing that, and I was after I had Azzy, I was the heaviest I've ever been not pregnant. So like I'd been heavier pregnant, but this was the heaviest I've ever been not pregnant. So I was trying to like lose weight and this and that, and then obviously I got pregnant again, which like shocked everyone, shocked me, and I was thinking, oh my god, like that's just it, like I'm gonna get even bigger because it's the 3rd pregnancy. And I stopped going on the scales, and I got down to the stone I wanted to be, but I was a lot heavier in the pounds. Like I'm not going to say the exact figure, because although it won't be that bad to some people, like to me it's the biggest I've ever been, so I'm a bit like about it. But anyway, so I finally broke down into the next stone that I wanted to be, but I was still in the high pounds. And I stopped weighing myself, because I was just like, well, that's it, out the window. I'm not going to diet, I'm not going to exercise, I'm pregnant, I'm just going to embrace it. And I went on it randomly the other day, and I'd lost weight from before I was even pregnant. And I know the baby only weighs like 150 grams at the minute, but like the fact that I was losing weight just showed me that I'm obviously like and it's quite an extreme weight as well. Like it's a lot, like not loads, like to the point where I was like shit and like I look skinny, like I look fine. It was just enough for me to be like, oh, I'm almost 18 weeks pregnant and I've just managed to lose all of that. I obviously need to, actually it was back when I was 16 weeks pregnant, but I was like, I was expecting to be heavier, not really lighter. So I was like, I need to eat, basically. But when I go to eat, it will just be like grabbing a snack or grabbing this, or I'll ring and get takeout because it's just easier. And I'll do that quite often when the kids are in bed. So I thought, no, I need to, and I like food, I like vegetables, I like potatoes, I like fancy shit that you cook put together. It's just I just don't do it. Like I like it. It's not like I don't like food. I love food. I love it. I love healthy food. I love food. I will eat salad. I'll eat veg. I'd eat a whole plate of veg if it was all like seasoned and presented to me and given. Like I would eat it. The thing is I just don't cook it. So I was like, right, we need a plan for me to eat food. Like I might cook say once a week, like a Sunday dinner or something, blah blah blah. Anyway, I'm making myself sound terrible. But yeah, so I was like, right, we need a plan so that I 100% cook every day. We have proper meals, we're not just snacking, because Luke will make himself his diet stuff, which I don't eat. So I said, well look, if I get a healthy meal once a day, you can have your healthy breakfast, your healthy lunch / or dinner, depending on when we do the dinner, and then eat this healthy proper dinner with me. Would you do that? And he agreed that yeah, we would do that, because it's not unhealthy. It's like veg, meat, and like a carb, like potatoes or rice. Like it's nothing like fatty. It's not like fries or oat. And if it's wedges, you cut the potatoes yourself. Anyway, I love to rant today apparently. So he agreed to do that. So I was happy about that because I wouldn't cook it just for myself, like I said before. So basically that's what we're doing. We've got the Hellofresh. So that's making me at least eat one good meal a day. Was that the most long-winded story you ever heard? And it is pregnancy related. Because you've got to be healthy in pregnancy. And I'm not saying all these recipes are healthy. They might be. I'm not bothered about the calories or the carbs or the fats or the sugars or that, because it's a varied diet. Like it's not like I'm ordering a burger from McDonald's every day, in which case then you could come for me, or a pizza. It's like a proper dinner. Proper dinner. But nothing to do with anything, and it isn't sponsored. But if you want to get £20 off your first box, then click the link down below and put in my code, because when I did it, I didn't have a code of anyone. I literally like looked for it for my own sake, because I was like, what's going to make my life easier? And then now that I'm signed up, I've got this code that I can give to everyone. They get £20 off the first box, which is, I wish I had when I first joined. So if you do want that and you've managed to watch it this far, then click the link and you can have that. Or I recommend finding somebody. If you don't want to click my link, find somebody, because there's always deals that they do, which I didn't realise. But yeah, don't just get it. There's always, somebody's always got a code that you can use for HelloFresh, so you can use mine and I'll put it down below. This is the longest pregnancy update I've ever done. Oh well, hopefully you feel like you know me a little bit better now. I would say follow me over on Instagram. I post a lot more over there. However, I haven't been posting over there, but do go follow me over there, because I'm sure that I will post over there more, the better I feel. I post on my stories occasionally. I do post on my grid, it's just not as much as I used to. I probably post on here more than my Instagram at the minute. But yeah, my Instagram will be linked down below as always. So if you like this video and you want to see more like this, hit the like button. It will let me know that you actually like this kind of videos. Hit the subscribe button if you're here for the first time, and even if you're not and you haven't subscribed already, subscribe. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. Yes, and I have my baby pregnancy watcher video coming. It's taken a little longer to edit because I want it to be nice, because my last one is my most viewed video. It's got over 6,000 views as we speak, which doesn't sound like much to some people, but to me it's like yes. And it's actually currently being advertised on the product's website, so this time I want to make it a little bit more professional, so that they want to use it again. But they obviously liked the other one because it wouldn't be on their website as well, would it? But yeah, so that's taken a little longer to edit, but that should be up this week too. And also my HelloFresh video will be up this week. Swear, not sponsored, just want to show you the recipes that I've been cooking. Yeah, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace.